Okay. We gotta post the rules real quick before we go into usual spiel. The spiel is important because you never know who's going to be the new guy in the stream. So hi, I'm Shiro. Oh, things are a little dark. Okay, this is new. Usually I don't hear myself. Must have had something open because I had to well, this is new. I wonder what's causing that. I'm muting some of the stuff that I know have a microphone but shouldn't be working because I know my webcam has a microphone. I'm almost done. I will be doing the official intro in a bit. It's just really, really weird. No, I can still hear myself. Well, I do not know what is going on. Hopefully you guys do not hear the mirroring, because I'm looking at my tabs and I shouldn't have either Twitch or YouTube open at the moment. So I'm just going to shut down the stream just a little bit, just a tiny little bit. I'll be right back in a couple minutes. So don't worry, okay? Just hold still. I'll be right back. Okay, I found the issue. That is so weird. I'm just going to get back to my script real quick. So there's a little light. So I found the issue. Turns out the Twitch stream was playing automatically into my Discord server, and I had the Discord server on the link, and that's what was playing. So I turned it off for now. I'm off my own Discord server for now, and that's what was causing the mirroring. I am smart sometimes. So usually this live stream. Oh, this is going to look weird in the YouTube replay. So the live stream usually. Hi, I'm Shiro again, and what I usually do is on Sundays. I live stream my weekly webcomic Bootleg Cookie, which is autobiographical stuff that really happened to me, except when it's really obvious, like that one time where I drew myself like pushing my hand through my sister's rib cage. That part did not happen. But mostly everything else, no matter how outlandish it looks, actually happened. And on usually the first or second Saturday of the month, I have the Colors of the Month challenge, which means at the moment that we are filming this current live stream, the color challenge was done yesterday. At least 3 cards from this month are still in the shop. One has already sold. And another thing I like to do at the beginning of the stream is talk about some artistic stuff that I've done in the past week. I mentioned it yesterday. Today we'll have a bigger look at it. Now, I didn't do any actual piece because once again I am ridiculously busy and I hate that. And I want to be able to doodle here and there. I need to make some times or else I will go into burnout and nobody wants that. Okay? Okay. But I did receive, to those of you who probably notice, that our fund item has changed from paints to some curtains. Door curtains to put on my studio door. My studio does not have a door. It would give us a little bit of more privacy, mostly to not bother my dad that likes to walk around when he's doing his own work, because he's allowed his own life. It's his house. He can do what he wants. And at the same time, it would give the room a little bit more light, because I don't know if you guys notice, it is the void out there, and I would like to cover the void, add a little more color in that corner so it's not as distracting. They said, knowing full well their office looks like this. I had also seen that Throne, the service that I use to get these items through you guys crowdfunding these items for me, which I have no words how much I appreciate you guys. You guys are magnificent. I am in your debt for constantly coming up with the money to help me get these things. And I had seen recently on Throne's social media that they had sped up their shipping process, their acceptance for the items, the money changing, stuff like that for the items process. And they were not kidding. This is already here within a week. Like, if you compare with previous times where, like, sometimes it would even take a whole month before the stuff arrived. Like, at the point where I would forget, or I would think, did they forget? No. This took a week for it to show up. This is the Kurita Keigansai Tambi watercolor metallic sets. Well, they call it metallics, but there's at least one opal, I think, in there, and several gems, several pearls. So let's take a look inside very carefully, because they are loose in there and I don't want them all to fall on my keyboard. Also, yeah, my hair is like super poofy today. It did not want to behave, so Harley Davidson bandana it is. Of course, I already swatched it. We are going to move le petit plastique right here. Now let's keep it at a tilt, and here we go. If I can get my fingers out of the way. Just gonna grab my phone. I don't know if you guys can see how nice and shiny this thing is. And it's not just the plasticky surface of the dried paints. Of course, what you see here is where I had some, because you guys know my traditional desk is tilted, so of course all the water collected in one corner. Even here I had left 3 drops to quote-unquote melt. Ooh, there's a textured. Ooh, that's nice. Your blush gold. Okay, on the blush gold here. Oh, you're sticky. I wonder why. Must be something to do with the binder. But yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at the actual swatches. able to see the shine better on the swatches. I know I do. Like, I can tell that the golds use mica matching with the color. The gems use mica matching with the color. The pearls, they use silver mica. Gem black uses silver mica. Bluish gold uses bluish gold mica. Let's stop talking about it and actually show you guys. It was easier to show with the... Oh, there we go. It was easier to show on the traditional desk because I had a lamp that I can control, but if I aim it at my script, which is black on white, you can see how shiny most of these are. The gem colors are more subdued, but like these are the pearls. The pearls are the ones done with silver or white mica. But it's not because the gems glow less means they're less pretty though. Now I do have an idea of what I want to do with that. And I do believe I had said that the gem turquoise, which is here, it does shine a little more than the other gems. I think you guys can see the difference from here. And I do have an idea of what I want to paint with this, but like I said, I did not have the time. I am going to try for something this week because you guys do not pay a fortune on art supplies for me to just do a swatch and be done with it. You guys want to see art. And once again, I cannot thank you guys enough. Where I'm going to put it right here. At least I have a little lip on my art desk. Like normally it's a big enough lip, but I got a rubber mat on it, a cutting mat on it, and that really shortens the lip. It's a British lip. Ha 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 ha. I am so funny, I am hilarious. Do something. But yeah, I'm also a little trying to fix up my sleep pattern a little bit, because I have been asked to co-host a podcast, and this guy's podcasts and PanCons, like he has 2 shows on his podcast. He has PanCon and he has the questionnaire, and either way, all his shows, all the recording of his shows starts at 9, and 9 is my go to bed time. I am 41 years old, people. I am, like, he told me I'm literally older than him. And, okay, just by a year, but, like, it's an important year. And, like, Friday, we were supposed to film one, and he had to have it delayed because it was his child's birthday, and honestly, that is the best reason to delay a filming, because I don't know, for you, even if I don't have kids, I would think my kid's birthday would be more important than trying to wrangle a couple of artists into doing some live drawing. I'm tired nonetheless. We were supposed to reschedule that show. I had no news yesterday. I might have news today, and the waiting is what makes me the most tired, because I have ADHD and waiting drives me frickin' nuts. But that is not this guy's problem, nor is it his fault. I'm okay. I'm just really... I'm out of it. But I will still try and do my best to do something that may resemble a show today. But don't be surprised if I'm more quiet than usual. That's why I depend on you guys to keep me talking, or at least keep me awake. Good water. Alright, so let's scoot this over here. Oh my god, my eyes look red. It's really just a reflection of my screen. My screen is like as pink as the pink that you see in some of the elements here. I like bright pink. I like bright colors to begin with, so... Now, normally this should... There! Of course, reminder that I have a Kurt Taki digital pellet. Hi, Badat! I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Been calling them Badat for since I've seen the name. Either way, always glad to see you. Because I see Badat and like I'm thinking like boom doo doo badat 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 badat. I always hesitate, usually with pronunciation. Like, I have 3 languages in my head, and English is my second one. So it's not just the, but you get to companion mode, it's not just the ADHD that's getting me all over the place, it's the trilingualism. Yes, it's fine. Woof! Thank you! Just gonna post the rules again because we had a little issue at the beginning of the stream. Just to be sure, just to be safe. And turned out the little issue was me being an idiot because I did not know the audio was going to be running on my Discord channel. I got more stuff to throw out. I got some Lush stuff that I haven't used in years, and I found out, like yesterday, when I was trying to do a little cleanup, that the stuff was not wrapped in plastic. And if you think I'm going to give shit to Lush about that, nuh-uh-uh. Like, these things have been there for years. It's my fault. They are doing their best to minimize wrapping and plastics and stuff like that. Once again, ADHD. Well, why don't you get the official assessment? Once again, ADHD. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but on the wrapping for the Gansai Tambi Metallics, there's usually a little image to go with it, and on the Art Nouveau ones, there was of course an Art Nouveau image. On the metallic ones, they have a Gustav Klimt-like image, if not outright Gustav Klimt. So I'm thinking, of course, I should do a Gustav Klimt-like image. I just saw somebody drop off the live, so they're not a fan of Gustav Klimt. What do you guys think? Should I try to do a Klimt-like image? Of course, if I were to, I would probably try to use a different palette, because if I'm planning to use a character from the colors we just saw, it would need to be an alien or something, because I would like to do the skin tone like, you know, normal, matte, more matte, but they would be wearing, we are not playing Circles of the Bells in June, c'est pas vrai. Bon, as I was saying, but with a clipped dress, that would be interesting. Of course, as I always say, and you guys repeat after me, we are using reference. Cannot stress that enough. So as far as art news goes... Exactly, Badat, exactly! I encourage using references even for your own characters. Make a reference sheet. Not only in case you do a character that has specific details in their design, but you won't struggle if you want to commission another artist and they want to know, what does your character look like? And have I good news for you? I hope I said that right. You did. I got good news for you. I have a reference sheet. Plus, it will help loosen you when you're trying to do an illustration with that character. Because if you don't have a reference sheet for your character, you will have a tendency to draw images where your character will face up front, where the clothes will be clearly shown, and you will almost never have arms or legs overlapping, or have more interesting angles or shots from behind of the character. Because you will always have in the back of your head, even if you don't notice you do that, but you will be doing that, I need this image to be clear so people can see my character. No, that's what the reference sheet is for. You are allowed to obscure your character if it'll make the image more interesting. Yeah, what if we want to draw from memory? Nobody is stopping you. Do you see me holding your hand? You can do that. What I am saying is it's always good to have reference. Who needs art school when we have Shiro? That's another fun thing. I won't grade you. What? Forgive me for 5 seconds. I got, what do you want? If you hear a burglar, go get it. Just don't stay where I can roll over you on the chair. Lily is under my desk in her little bed. Now's not the time to screechy scratchy, my pretty. And don't think I don't see the irony of giving art advice while I'm drawing like this. And once again, it's advice, it is not rules. Because at the end of the day, you do what you want. Just like I do with this specific style of drawing. Like, it's stuff that works for me. It's stuff you guys can try, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't work for you, well, too bad. I gotta draw the curves here because I have an ergonomic pillow, because once again, I am old. Stop saying you're old, you're not even that old. But I am some old. Oh, it's the puppy. Yeah, the poor little puppy that's bored. I do take care of her outside of the streams, but at the same time, like, I have a lot of work to do, so it's the life-work balance. Speaking of balance, my blood pressure is fantastic. I haven't had an actual headache in like a year. I'm very happy to announce that. I mean, it's true, you're not old, but we are getting older. I mean, you gotta come to terms that we are getting older. Like, we look better than our parents used to and their parents before that as we're getting old, but it doesn't change the fact that there's stuff happening behind the scenes inside the meat suit. Like, yeah, the human body can live up into the hundreds. But most of us start kicking it at around 70 at best. Like, if we just look at the older celebrities that have passed recently, like, it's either in their 60s or in their hundreds. There is apparently no in between. So yeah, I'm more touchy about the 60s because my parents are in the 60s and my dad is like a living, like, biodome of microbes and diseases. He's technically, like, visually, he's fit as a fiddle. He does a lot of work. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of medicine holding up all that work. Not getting anything for a year, that's impressive. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I know for a fact I haven't had a single Advil or Tylenol in the past year. I think I required some back pain medicine once. Because ever since last year I've been on blood pressure pills, and I've acquired a Shakti Mac and acupressure mat. This live stream is not sponsored by Shakti, I'm just saying what I experienced. Like and subscribe. And like, I used to have daily back pain. I still get back pain, but it's not as bad because now I can just get up, lay on the acupressure mat for 20 minutes, get back up, and it's like I never had that back pain. Whether it's in my kidneys or in between my shoulder blades, the two spots most likely to hurt after a session of working here. Lord knows I go on my mat after I'm done with the live stream. But for me, this combination acupressure mat and medicine to lower my blood pressure, I've never felt better in my adult life so far. Knock on wood, but not too hard because then the dog will think we're having some intruders in the house and she's gonna sing the song over people and nobody wants that. It's very loud. Once again, knock on wood, I'm not diabetic or anything. Surprisingly enough, honestly. I try to be good. I do enjoy vegetables. Is it called weightless? I just want to be sure. It's been a while since I've actually looked at the file. Yes, it is. Of course, I'm not gonna play it because I'm trying not to get in trouble with YouTube. YouTube loves to get me in trouble. So it's possible I might get in trouble here. He's had a car fall on him, a drill through the hand, shocked by a live wire, and fell off a roof. I'm pretty sure he's indestructible. Well, clearly you've read the archive. So you also know he died at around 13, and he got over that. So, just like his mother, Death will have to take him in his sleep, or else there's going to be a fight. My dad is one of those subject matters that I'm certain people will go and I will take things that never happened for 200 Alex and no, it's real. It's I know you only have my word for it, but oh yeah, this man is pretty solid. It's important to show that I have a crooked tooth. If you don't see the crooked tooth, then it's not a real Shiro. Yeah, Clip has liquefied for those of you that don't have Clip and forgot that they keep updating that shit. Technically, I draw myself so skinny. Why mess with a perfect design, you know? Also, I mentioned before, my hair is so poofy, my mom didn't have any time to shave it recently, so maybe this week. I would hope, because waiting drives me crazy, and having long hair drives me crazy, but we all know about that trauma. Oh, trust me, I believe you. You also have some oddly indestructible family members? Or you're the oddly indestructible family member? I should be doing a... Speaking of stuff that never happens, I should be doing a bootleg cookie about my ability to tell when somebody dies. It's a real thing, but it's like really like it's a power shared between me and my dad, and it's a really specific power to trigger. Like it's not like I would wake up one random morning thinking, "Oh, this person I've never heard of will die." No, that's not how that works. But so far it worked 3 times, and that is way too many times. For someone who believes in the paranormal, that's like shit, you know what I mean? Like the amount of nope, you know? Oh, we're already up to inking, so I'm going to do a little water break. So for those who don't know, what happens is that to trigger my power, my dad has to be making the little triangle sandwiches. I know. But the power has been triggered 3 times, so it's a real thing. So, the first time it happened, my favorite grandfather, Pappy, was in the hospital. He had bone cancer. So, of course, it's like we were waiting on it to happen, you know what I mean? And I came home, and let's see, it was 2001. I was either in college or at my first job. Either way. And I came home. My dad had his back to me, and he was busy on the dining room table setting up triangle sandwiches. And it was in September. So I saw that, and I went to my room to cry. Both. Then Mom came in about an hour later, I think, and she was like, Shiro, it's done. And I said, I know. And she goes, what do you mean you know? Dad is making little triangle sandwiches and it's not Christmas. So while Mom was not pleased that her father had passed away, she couldn't help but laugh because that is the stupidest thing to come out of my mouth at the moment. Like, she had no choice but to laugh. Second time around, a couple years later, my mammy, his wife, had breast cancer. And like it was she was in her last gasps too. Pappy had his last care in the hospital, but Mammy had her last cares at home, and she was at my aunt's place. Had her own hospital bed. She was always very comfortable. Every little need was met. So this time, I know I was coming back home from, not back home, but at my aunt's place for dinner from work, because I know I was working then. And she had little triangle sandwiches on the table, and my dad was there, and I sat down with my little McDonald's, and I looked at the table, and I was like, uh-oh. And they were like, what, uh-oh? We're fucked. My mom was like, what do you mean we're fucked? I said, there's little triangle sandwiches on the table. Mammy's gonna die tonight. Sure enough. my grandma died that very night. That's when we started telling Dad, you know what, no more little triangle sandwiches when it's not Christmas or a road trip, okay? And he had that little laugh like, haha, it's funny, but he was worried too, you know? The third time, I caught Dad making little triangle sandwiches again, and then I just looked at him and I said, alright, who's sick? Who's dying? Then he said Alice, which was a friend of the family at the time on my dad's side. And then I just thought for a couple seconds, and I said, give her about 2-3 days. I said, stop joking. I said, I'm not joking. I give her about 2-3 days. You say she's not dying, but she says she's in the hospital. I give her about 2-3 days. 2-3 days later. At that point, that's when Dad officially stopped making little triangle sandwiches when it's not Christmas or a road trip. I'm laughing now because these people are not suffering anymore, but at the same time, you know... So yeah, that's my obscure superpower. Predicting death through little triangle sandwiches. You don't see that story in the X-Men. Did I predict my Nana's death? I did not, because my dad knows better and he did not make triangle sandwiches. See, it's a two-people superpower. Shiro, you're fucking with us. No! I'm laughing because I'm a giggler. But I am not making it up. Why would I make shit up? I am in my 40s. I do not feel the need to make myself more interesting than I already am. Another thing I like to do, here I am, I've been listening to you while breading shrimp. Ooh, breading shrimp? We're having shrimp soon? Maybe I shouldn't get some seafood for supper. But then again, I had my heart set on some souvlakis. So yeah, I like to color my black on a different layer because of the way clip works when overlaying colors. I also like to change the color of the layer itself. Usually to default blue, but other colors can work too. Or else sometimes I will color on the black layer and I will not notice, and then I will hate myself. Nobody wants self-loading, Shiro. What do we want? A happy Shiro. And what do? We use reference. Of course I say I'm old, I don't do everything old. Like, do you guys know what adult entertainment is in my town? You get drunk. All adult entertaining starts with you get drunk. And sometimes it stops there. But sometimes you do some four-wheeling. In the winter it's different. You do some snowmobiling. And I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm not much of an outdoorsy person. And especially not a sports person. It's mostly the getting drunk I'm not that big a fan of. And I am only speaking for myself. If you enjoy getting drunk, all the power to you. But it's not for me. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not one to sit down and watch movies often either. But it's mostly because I'm not super interested in a lot of the movies that are shown locally. I sound so illistic. No, it's just me, and I know how I am, and I like to talk during movies or do something else. So it's a little bit, I'm not interested in the movies they are showing, and I'm a pain in the ass. So, like, if I want to entertain myself, I'd rather stay at home, where I can take a potty break whenever I want, and do whatever I want. You know. Not a lot of people my age are very interested in video games and stuff like that. And if they are, they're just like me and they stay home to play the games. I don't know, I enjoy being alone. Like during the confining period, during the, you know, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, starting in 2019 or 2020, if you know what I mean. My parents nearly lost their minds, and I was like, I have been training every day for this event. I got this. And I did. I had a great time. Like, nothing changed for me except wearing a mask, and I loved wearing a mask. I felt so comfortable with that mask. So yeah, it's definitely not me saying, oh, I'm so much better than everyone else. I do not want to mingle with the plebs. No, it's just me being me, and I just function better alone to entertain myself. And sometimes entertaining myself means I pull out the ponies, I dust them off, and I comb them. And that's relaxing. I like doing that. Same here, I really love social distancing, and I wish they'd bring it back. Or at least not get mad at you if you want to remain social distancing, you know? Like, there's a lot of people out there that are considered neurotypical that take a lot of things personally. And then they misinterpret what you're saying and they put words in your mouth and you're like, what is happening? I don't understand. You don't understand? Well, makes sense. Like, I'm the neurodivergent one, and I'm thinking, who hurt you? Good God! Why are you so angry at everything? Like, I got ADHD. I'm the one that's supposed to have rejection and dysmorphia or something like that. I'm the one that has trouble, that is supposed to have trouble handling rejection. And at the same time, I'm the one that always goes, no, criticize me, give me criticism on my work so I learn to do better. And then they will tell you the vilest shit ever without giving actual criticism, call it criticism, and then call you a snowflake when you say that's not criticism. Like, seriously, are you okay? These are usually the same people that go, my dad beat me up and I came out okay. You do not sound okay. Some places are banning masks now. To some Americans, this is a grave insult despite masking being a choice. Well, here's the thing. The reason it's a great insult is just like you said, because it's a choice. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the United States, they are really against the concept of choice. Boy, they hate choice. And then they turn around and call it freedom with a U. Because, you know, America. Because the way you practice your feminism is your choice. And they act like feminism is only career women that will never have children. And no, that's not how feminism works. Feminism is having the choice whether you want a career, whether you want to be a stay-at-home mother. You're allowed to be feminist and be a stay-at-home mother if that is what you want. It is your choice. Same goes for birth control. We all know what I'm really talking about. Because you can be pro-life and pro-choice. Pro-choice is not necessarily anti-life, you know? Pro-choice means exactly what it is. It is your choice. Like, they are vocally not a fan of choice. That is the whole problem. If it doesn't benefit the cis white hetero male, it is a crime against freedom with a U. Because it can go around. It's not a Christian thing to do. Not everybody is Christian, Karen. Like I say, I'm Catholic, but I am definitely not practicing. Like, I only say I'm still Catholic now because I believe in the Jesus that loves everybody, and also, when you're being a dick, will either outright kill you with magic, curse you, or flip your table and whip you. Yes, look it up. Those are things that Jesus did. So I don't know who the Jesus these types of American are referring to. He is not the Jesus from the Bible. But then again, I am literate. They are not. And because I have to over-explain everything, because people love to put words in my mouth, you're saying all Americans are like that? No, just the idiots. Coco is American, she's not an idiot, so... When I was getting used to a CPAP, I had to tape my mouth shut to train me not to open my mouth during sleep. Yeah, see? We should check that with Mom, too, because she has a CPAP that goes only over her nose. I'm like, this is a recent thing, so I don't know if I'm having sleep apnea, because I feel pretty good when I wake up. Mostly thanks to the mask here, so... But I didn't want to get glue on my mouth. Because at first I thought I would need to get my jaw shut with the chin strap, but the chin strap, when installed the way they showed me, it pushes my jaw back instead of up, and then I wake up with an open jaw anyway, so this is the best I can do. That's another thing. I have to remind people a lot of my age, or else I'm going to get babied. Because, once again, neurodivergent. The moment you say you're neurodivergent, a lot of people will assume you can't function. I mean, even before knowing I was neurodivergent, a lot of people assumed I couldn't function anyway. So that's not a big difference, but still. I have to remind people I am not a teenager. Look at my face. If you know a teenager that looks like me, they need to hydrate and they need the 4 food groups, okay? I use that gentle paper bandage tape so I don't pull the skin off my lips. Paper. Yeah. So you gotta work with what you can. There's always a little something, you know. Sometimes it's texture, stuff like that. Not a fan of paper on or against my mouth. They said having no problem sticking their stylus in their mouth, or their pens, or their brushes, outright paint. I'm back. Sorry, Shira, I got called away and almost forgot about the stream. That's okay, but that's why we record the stream. Because not everybody can be on the same schedule as me. And if they're still interested in watching me draw and complain a lot, that's why there's a recording on YouTube. I try to be as flexible as possible so you guys can enjoy the Shiro at your most convenient time. Like, I have a lot more to be angry about than people dropping off the stream. This is supposed to be for entertainment. If I start pushing you guys to watch my stream constantly, like, I appreciate when you guys show up, but It wouldn't be fun for you if I were like, you're gonna watch my stream or else. Live. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hi, Paul. This is American. I can 100% agree. Some of us are idiots. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Some Americans are idiots. Sadly, they are loud. And therein lies a problem. The dichotomy of the idiot American, not to be confused with the normal American, is that they are the loudest, and yet they don't hear themselves talk. Because you would think if they would hear themselves talk, they would realize they sound really stupid. And you know it's not all Americans, because we have Americans in the stream and they're like, oh yeah, we know who you're talking about. If your behavior makes people around you walk around you like this, maybe you should reevaluate, you know? But yeah, speaking of, a lot of people will think, like in general, that encompasses Canadians too, Quebecers. A lot of people will think they are the main character in your story, you know? I have been greatly inconvenienced, and yet you are back. What do you mean you talk... How dare you talk to me like that? I am literally talking to you perfectly normally. Yeah, but you're doing it neurodivergently. Oh, that's the problem. Well, they don't say that like that, but... like, they can feel you're not exactly like them, and they do not like that. Everybody should be exactly like them. Is there any way we can oppress you more? I would like if you would not oppress me at all, and that's when they get mad. Before 2016, a lot of those Americans were ashamed of it. Now they're louder and prouder. Oh, I know, right? Oh. Like, they are so mean for no good reason. I can be mean too, but I usually have a very good reason to be mean. Speaking of being mean, have you guys seen what Adobe is doing right now? I mean, I have been saying for the longest time that Adobe is the devil. You guys believe me now? One of my friends describes us as fat, loud, and obnoxious. I mean, so am I, but... I like to think I have my ideologies in the right place. I don't actively try to subdue everybody else different from me. I missed Adobe's latest for the Evils. Plan enlighten me. They are forcing their users to agree to their new terms of services that says that everything you work on on Adobe, like all the art you work on using Adobe, they can scrape and use. Well, they don't say scrape, of course, but they can use to train their AI. And people that work on private stuff and NDA stuff for companies and stuff like that, they are not happy. And like, if you want to actually use Adobe, you are forced to agree to the terms. And if you want to cancel your account, you also have to agree to the terms. So yeah, that's fun. This is not backfiring spectacularly. Yeah, my bed is a bit of a mess looks-wise. I'm not even drawing the quilt on top. But yeah, I got like a blue sky, rainbow, and rainbow hearts bedspread here. I've got a red with flowers quilt on top, and with one of my Nana's quilts made with 70s clothes on top of that. And my pillow has a purple vintage unicorn design on it. So yeah, basically Adobe is forcing people to agree to Adobe using their art and their work, even like if they're under NDAs, to train their AI and use for other different stuff like ads and stuff like that. Yes, sure you are, but in the fun and lovable way. I like to think I'm fun and lovable. I like to think a lot of things. And like the same thing for Meta. Meta decided that we're all opting in to have our art used for their AI, but they outright say scrape. So a lot of people are leaving Instagram and Facebook over that. I can't personally, because I already have such low reach. Hiding myself on other platforms will not help already, so I'm kind of stuck. Same thing happened with DeviantArt. I can't leave DeviantArt because I have like 17 years worth of archives that is lost since the Great Explosion. Yes, it's a real thing. One of my computers exploded next to my face. If you read Bootleg Cookie, you've seen it. I beg your bleeding pardon, Adobe, have you lost your mind? Adobe have lost their mind since they changed to a subscription system. But yeah, us as artists, we are being fucked up the bum for years now without even a hello. The irony of me going on Kara to use Glaze, because I can't use Web Glaze. The Glaze website has not gotten to my asking for permission. Like I tried on Instagram, I tried on Xitter, and they have not replied to me yet to work on with Web Glaze. I have an Intel chip in my Mac, so I can't use WebGlaze 2.0. I have to use WebGlaze 1.0, and it crashes every time I try to use it. So I went on Kara to use Kara Glaze, and Glaze is currently shut down on Kara. The minute I signed in, Glaze shut down. So apparently I'm not allowed to use Glaze. So I'm kind of waiting on that. And that's another thing. Meta hides the way to opt out of their own scraping. Like, I found some instructions, but apparently the instructions do not apply to me because the option does not show up when I follow the instructions to opt out. And leaving Instagram and Facebook is not an option for me either, so Adobe hasn't used Lube for many years. Now they're using spikes. That is pretty much what is happening, yes. Like, power to the people that can afford to leave the social medias. I cannot, sadly. Does that mean I agree? Absolutely fucking not. I mean, all I do is not safe for work stuff on it, so... Well, I hope they enjoy it. The only reason I don't do not safe for work is because I have no idea what to draw. And I'm not that good at drawing dicks, so yeah. I should practice, though. You only get better when you practice. Like, literally, the last time I drew something, like, serious that was not safe for work was that Junji Ito Spirals parody picture that I drew just to see if I could do it. Turns out I can do it. No, I'm not gonna show you guys. If only because, first of all, I don't want to be the source of nightmares, and secondly, this is still going to show up on YouTube. So yeah. And we all know what Twitch thinks of not safe for work. Once again, why? Because of the religious people, especially the ones that run Visa and MasterCard. As soon as they're done making, like, a ton of money thanks to Not Safe for Work, they go, oh, well, we're religious, so shut that down, shut all that down, la la la. What about the kids? And, like, we got stuff plastered everywhere, not for kids, not for kids, kids do not interact, please, no kids. I mean, 18, like, we follow the rules and we censor everything, but you gotta think about the kids. Yeah, you gotta think about the kids that do it on purpose to bypass all those stop signs. And maybe the problem is not safe for work artists. Maybe the problem is shitty parents. You don't know you don't have kids? No, but I've seen my share of shitty parents and the results. I have worked in a video game store. And believe you me, my most troublesome customers were not the kids. Like, the worst a kid has done on purpose was bite down on some plush decorative Sonic gloves because he had already put one on and he was trying to get the other one to fit. So he would bite down on it to pull it down, and I kept saying, no, 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 you don't do that. And he, like, in his head, what he was doing was logical because he was trying to get the gloves down, so he was trying to explain it to me. And I'm like, you are putting your spit on a porous surface. Do you realize how many people, when I wasn't looking, could have put their spit on that porous surface? The adults, though, oh my god. Do not speak to my sweet little angel like that. Like, I have had at least one kid, like, for sure one kid that did things maliciously, but I don't count him because pretty much all he did was give me a smug glare. His mom did all the work. So yeah, the problem customer here was the adult and not the child. And yes, I am talking about the infamous Grand Theft Auto saga. We know it, we love it, it is the best story. I can't believe I got away with it. Because here's the thing, every time I would pull a stunt like that, I would tell my manager. So they would have the whole story, you know? Like the stuff I would get away with the good manager. Oh, props to Dom. Best manager ever. I can't say enough good things about him. But yeah, nothing worse than a loud adult. And I should know, I'm a loud adult. Except I try to use my power for good instead of evil. I mean, I'm just saying, when I had my own trouble with customer support, I usually got better results by being nice, you know? Usually. Sometimes I had to get mad, but like you have to really push me to get me to that point. Thanks for a great show, Sharon. Your comic is awesome today. Thank you. The kids needs to be the responsible ones. We follow the rules. Like, I even had a kid one time, like, outright run out of the store with a Skylander. Then I saw him run in the store next door. And the store next door at the time was part of the... Well, I was part of that store. So I was like, well, the clerk there is just going to send him back so I don't have to chase him down. Then he came back and he was trying to explain himself. And he was like, I was just trying to... I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, but I just wanted to show. Listen to me, okay? Listen. You are not in trouble. Listen to me, okay? I know you were not trying to steal it. You were looking at me the entire time you were leaving the store. Like, eye contact. You are not in trouble. But never do that again. The clerks don't know you just want to show the thing to your mom. If you have to leave a store to show something to your mom, bring your mom in the store. You can get in trouble. You're not in trouble today because I know what you meant to do, but never do that again. I mean, it's not that hard. I'm gonna put some sparkles. Everything is better with sparkles! And thankfully, his mother was one of the good ones. Because she did not come back in the store later to yell at me for getting mad at her precious angel. Because, actually, like, from what I saw, she was the one that sent him back. I was like, ooh, you in trouble now, boy? But not from me. Let's take one last look. Because this little detail is super important. Like, you guys can't see it now, really. But it used to be a nice dark brown, but it faded over the years, and now it's just sticking out like a wart. But I like my beauty mark. Even if it grows hair now, I still like it. It's mine. It was a gift from my mammy, and it's very important to me. Bon, qu'on se le dise. Yeah, I think we're good for today. So we're just going to go to switch from the companion mode to Streamlab Connect so we can go to the end screen and boop. And as usual, as with Princess Quest, FNAF. I mean, it could be that. I can't hear the music from here, not the way I have it set up. But as usual, we are going to give extra special caramel drizzle, chocolate sprinkle, rainbow covered thanks to our supporters. Patreon, Ko-fi, One Time, I don't care, they're supporters. Amber B, Paul K, Miss Innovis, Sir E, Othered, Carl Bloke, Takahashi Kanako, Badat Multiplayers, and Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. You have no idea. Every little red cent counts. It keeps me going. It keeps me in a good mood because I know I will be able to pay at least one bill each month from your combined efforts. And one bill is better than no bills. So yeah, thank you so much. Next live stream, of course, is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. I have no memory for names, and yet I have memory for this script that I have never written down. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I love you all. And bye-bye.